The children opened the car doors. They were glad to sniff the fresh, piney breezes. So was Watch, who pulled Violet to this tree and that. Grandfather handed Jessie his binoculars. "See if you can get these focused for Benny." He pointed across the lake. "Drummond Castle is just past that island. I'm sure Benny would like a better look at the place we'll be staying in. Wouldn't you now, Ben?"
"You know I would,"
Benny answered with a big smile. Mr. Alden always knew what his youngest grandson liked: castles and caves, mysteries and adventures. When Jessie showed her little brother where to point the binoculars, Benny had a feeling a big adventure was coming up. Through the glasses, he could see a tall, gray stone castle with 2 towers that faced each other.
Look, Henry!"
Benny handed his older brother the binoculars.
"There's even a light shining in one of the towers. Maybe it's a ghost."
"You mean the Drummond family ghost?" Henry joked. "Ooh, ooh." Mr. Alden patted Benny's head. "I hate to disappoint you, Benny," he said, "but it's more likely to be Caroline getting your sleeping quarters ready. She said that one of the towers was just the place for 4 lively children."
"Well, let's get going,"
Benny cried. He opened the car door, then whistled for Watch to hop in. The Aldens didn't mind the rest of the ride around the lake now that the castle was in sight. Mr. Alden's car climbed and climbed. "It's like a castle in the air," Jessie said, when she looked down at the steep drop off the road. "Don't look down, whatever you do," Henry told Benny with a laugh. Benny, of course, did just that.
"Oh, we're so high up," he said happily. "Come on, Violet, open your eyes. It's steep, but it's really pretty. Come on, take a look." I don't think so."
Violet kept her eyes shut tight.
"Tell me when you're there."
"We're there," Henry yelled a few minutes later. "You can look now, Violet." When Violet's blue eyes fluttered open, she gasped. Drummond Castle was not at all what she'd expected. Black branches of overgrown vines twisted through the arches of a stone porch. In some places, the branches climbed so high they seemed to strangle the castle. Many of the famous stained glass windows the children had seen in old pictures were boarded up to protect them from damage. The 2 castle towers disappeared into the fog. The whole place was covered in gloom. Jessie saw Violet's disappointment. She took her younger sister's hand. "Come on, let's find Carrie Bell. Grandfather told me she couldn't wait for us to help her fix up this place. It will look much prettier when the fog lifts." "I guess so," Violet said in a quiet voice. "I do so want to see what a castle looks like, even though it's not a real one. I just wish it looked more like it belonged in a fairy tale instead of a
scary story,"
Benny finished. The Aldens unpacked the trunk of the car. Violet kept her eyes on her belongings, not the castle. If only the fog would go away. But now that they were closer, the castle seemed a little less scary. Grandfather put his arm around Violet. "You know this castle was built as a home when the first Drummonds came back from their honeymoon in Germany. The first William Drummond built it for his bride, not to keep out armies or dragons." This made Violet feel a little better. "The stained glass windows make pretty patterns," she noticed. Jessie and Violet stared at a particularly beautiful round window right over the entrance. "That one is the prettiest," Jessie said. "There's a face painted in the center, see?" "Oh, no!" Violet screamed suddenly. "It's a real face! Look, look!" The Aldens looked up to where Violet was pointing. All they saw was the face of a young knight painted on the central piece of the stained glass. Violet looked again. "Maybe I'm just a little tired. The fog and mist make everything look so strange." A beautiful carved stone porch encircled the ground level of the castle. The Aldens went up the steps to ring the bell. "Try that funny-looking door knocker, Benny," Henry said, giving his brother a boost. Benny rapped the lion's head door knocker 3 times. After the 3rd bang, a huge oak door creaked open. A long shadow stood there. "Who are you?"